Good morning. Good morning. I was playing with settings, sorry. I was having issues with YouTube's live settings. It was not finding my microphone or my camera, so I thought I would try out StreamYard. How are you this morning? Hey, I do have a question for you, though. What kind of rabbits are yours? I wish I had a newer phone. I just use it on my phone, but who knows? I probably will get a new one this year. My phone's only like 7 years old. Okay. That and mine are New Zealand, the red-eye whites. I was just curious. I'm nosy. That's part of the problem. I'm actually, though, I'm looking for a buck. I don't have to have one anytime soon, but I'm in the market if you know somebody who has a colored New Zealand buck for sale. Like, I don't care if it's a solid color or spotted, but I'd rather have something other than red-eyed whites. I like my does. They're super friendly, but who knows? I'd like some colors. So then whenever I get ready to do hides, I got pretty hides, not just white ones. I think the colors are pretty. I'll probably hit you up then. I should have my rabbit barn and chicken coop all built. I figure in March. Matt was supposed to go get metal yesterday and he didn't, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out. But yeah, and I'd rather buy off people I know than off of Craigslist and stuff. There's a loud vehicle going down the road. I've been burned by buying stuff off of Craigslist before. And then I sell dogs on Craigslist, so yeah. But yeah. Or I guess an alternative to hitting you up. Well, I mean, I'd hit you up anyway for them. But if you're going to the meetup, I have to plan for a couple rabbits or something. Who knows? I don't know. I do know Auntie Anne said she's not going to be here today, which is fine. But she has she had a family thing, and so it's okay. Hey, that's good though. You probably get quite a few rabbits out the door then. Make you a little bit of recoup some of that expenses. Make you a little bit of money back. We are just getting into them, so I've got the two. I bought two young ones, and one of them, he got sick and died. It was pretty sudden onset, and I tried everything that a vet told me to do, and sometimes I just don't live. Hello, Homestead Odyssey. How are you today? What? Your bottom stinks? Yeah. Hey, it's good for you, though. I'm sure you were wanting to save some to eat, but if you can recoup some of your expense that you put in it in the first place, hey. Yeah, diapers. Diapers are great. We cloth diaper. Good morning, Tina. What? I'm just talking away. He just turned 2. We let him pick out a potty. Come here. Oh, you don't want in here? Okay. He'll sit on it, but he does not want his clothes off when he sits on it. Don't turn the fan on. Ow. Funny story. We got that little feral kitten at Christmas time, you know, and he has the most horrible gas ever. I'm having to try different cat foods to figure it out, but he likes to lay right here and he'll fart. Ah, it's gross. It's like kids. Children come in all shapes and sizes. Oh. Well, 8 litters, that's a bunch. My grandpa, he raised meat rabbits commercially. He had like 75 to 90 does at a time. They were all red-eyed white New Zealands, because that's when you sell them to restaurants, that's what they want. They want white. Didn't want a black hair, no colored. They had to have red or pink eyes. So I got really used to seeing ugly rabbits, which I don't think they're all necessarily ugly. They have spooky eyes, is what I would say. But yeah, 8 litters. That's a lot. If you think they average like what, 6 kits in a litter, that's a bunch of rabbits. But I left it in there. I figured it was supposed to rain this morning, and it did rain. And it's gloomy. It's still pretty foggy outside here, but just brighten our Mondays with some good conversation, I guess. Mostly me talking. But I was going to update. I got seeds from Baker Creek. Yes, see, that's what I wanted the darker haired ones for, so I could see it. Because once a hair gets stuck on their carcass, you can't get it off. I do know that. I ate a lot of spotted bunnies growing up. My phone is too old to use StreamYard. My phone is a 7-year-old iPhone 6, and it will not update far enough for StreamYard to use it. Otherwise, I'd use my phone, and we would do outside lives because I like to be outside. And when I update my phone, I am going to go live with StreamYard to show you guys some stuff that I'm building. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. But, so what are some things that y'all are looking forward to this year that you're doing different, or you're adding, or you're taking away, or what's some things that's going on with y'all today? Or this year, this spring, what's your plans? I think it said on an iPhone, it was like 13 point something, and my phone has updated to like 12.5 and has not went any further. It hasn't updated in probably 8 months. Building a new barn. That is so awesome. We have a barn. It's in pieces, and we're going to be putting it up this year. 40 by 40 chicken barn. And we're building a chicken coop / rabbit barn, like a 12 by 20 building. It's going to be pretty awesome. A garden, more animals, and finishing the cabin. You got to finish that living space. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. I am with you on the garden and the animals. We add more animals every year. Did y'all see my little short from yesterday? A lot of people didn't, I know, but it's okay. Matt brought me home a gift. We need the funds to rent a telehandler, I think is what it's called, to lift them up in the air. Our tractor doesn't have a front end loader, and it wouldn't be able to pick it up that high. We're adding legs on it, like 3-foot legs, I think. So it's going to make it a 10-foot sidewall. Because chicken houses, they're like, I think they got 6-foot legs, but then they have 2 feet of concrete underneath it. Well, the one we looked at, the one we bought. And then we plan on building another one on the other side of it yet. And it's going to be like a 40 by 60. And we're going to give it 12 or 14-foot sidewalls. We have to buy that one still, but that's okay. We'll get to it when we get to it. Matt brought me home 2 little boar pigs. I mean, they're like a week old. They still have where the umbilical cord was. They still have that spot. They look like little hams, but they're feral pigs. See if y'all can see the picture. They're feral. Their mama looked like that though, so she's got to have a high percentage of domestic pig. We usually buy a couple pigs every year. We did buy 2 this past spring, and I raised a wild pig that Matt brought. But when he finds, he works with a guy on eradicating wild pigs in our area because they do so much damage. And these little guys was running around where they were at. Mama was already gone, so they grabbed a couple and brought them home to me. So I get to pan raise pigs again this year, which is fine. I enjoy it. They're so fun. We've had them since Saturday, and they'll already eat stuff out of my hands. Do you have a breed of pig that you're interested in, or any questions about breeds of pigs? I raised lots of pigs growing up. I showed pigs, but I might be able to give you a little insight from the other side of things. Our pigs are great. And if you're wanting a new garden space, I would suggest fencing in whatever area you plan on using for your garden. Stick your pigs in there, because I could show you the dirt that my pigs have been in versus the dirt that it used to be, and it is a huge difference. Okay, so you want to pasture pigs. Coonies, as long as they have enough room. I hear they don't dig. I want to get a cooney boar to breed to Little Miss Bacon outside, but Matt doesn't want to raise pigs out of her. So I guess she's just destined to always be a pet. I don't know. I could eat her. I really could. It wouldn't bother me, but that's because I was raised doing it. Pigs, there's faster growing pigs though that aren't as hard on the ground, don't dig as much, like Poland Chinas and spotted Poland Chinas. They tend to not dig a bunch. Oh, hi Mary. I didn't even see it. You're not late. I'm always running late. And we're talking about things we're adding in 2021. And do you know what breed they have? I miss raising pigs. Baby pigs were my favorite. My bathroom smells like a baby pig right now, and I love it. If you ever smell of fresh pigs, like just dried off newborn pigs, they smell almost like maple syrup, and it's awesome. That's my favorite smell, aside from horse sweat and leather. I'm an odd one. You have fun with that. My big one goes to public school because me and him butt heads. Too bad to homeschool. We tried it. Have a good day. So I have 7 or 8 horse sweat and leather. That smell there, that's the smell of hard work. I love it. I used to train horses for a living, and I smelled like that. And so many people are like, ew, what is that smell? But it's like, smells like accomplishment to me. Especially in the wintertime. But my first goats are going to be due in like 4 to 5 weeks. It's kind of awesome. My first goats this year. I was looking and filling udders yesterday. You don't remember. It's okay. My memory has been really lacking the last few months. I feel like I've lost my mind and I have yet to find it. I think it's all this mess and, everything's up in the air still with all the crap going on. Yeah, my Ridge Life mug. I'm trying to not drink so much coffee, so this one works out good because it's a little cup. Did you see my Ridge Life video I made? It's pretty awesome. I got to be silly. But yeah, I think I've got 5 or 6 would be due probably the first week, and then the rest of them will be due a few weeks later. But I'm pretty sure that like my 2 goats that I had, my 2 main goats I had last year, Baby and Mama, they should kid soon. And they had twins. Well, Mama had 4, and Baby's only had 1 set. She had twins. So I'm keeping my eyes out. I'm going to check them constantly. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have 3 or 4 live kids from Mama and 2, 3, who knows how many out of Baby. She hides them really well. But it's pretty awesome. Ooh, my back itches. Yeah. We got lots of things going on. I would help you out. I sure miss it. I really do. I've started a ton of 2-year-olds or horses that's never been started. The places that I work, they like to start them at 2, but I put tons of miles on older horses and lots of fine tuning and finishing. I miss it. Matt won't let me. I may have some females for sale. We're trying to have kind of a diversified herd, so to speak. So my does are all kind of boar influence, and my buck that I have, he is like 3/4 Kiko. So, but he's not a big buck, which I like. But I'm planning on buying a big buck this year to breed for next year, and then I can do some my bigger girls with that buck, my smaller girls with the smaller buck, or my first timers with the smaller buck. So I should have I might have some females available. Do you know what kind of goats did you find, Adam? I love big horses. I'm a weird person. Everybody's like, no. The bigger they are, the better it is. I rode race-bred quarter horses for a long time and Hancock horses, and they're all big, soggy-built things, and that's my favorite. I love a big horse. They're awkward. They want to fall down. That's my favorite. Your 5-year-old, probably not. He's probably got his feet underneath him now. That falling down off of 16 hands, though, that's what sucks. I know. Once we get the barn up, we've been talking about adopting a Mustang and seeing what we can do. And if I get a Mustang, I want a big one. The biggest one I can get. Preferably under 5 years old, though. So, has anybody been able to locate onion sets by any chance? You know, like the ones that it's like a little bundle and it's got green tops on them. I can't find them anywhere. And my sister-in-law works at a hardware store. Nigerian dwarfs. I have some small, like boar pygmy looking girls that are going to kid this year. So then you'd have like a smaller meat variety. Both of their mamas have huge milking udders, so I just don't milk them. One of them's hateful, and the other one, mine may be a little bit bigger than yours, though. I know little guys can sure breed big girls because how else would they get many Nubians, right? But I've got 3. I got the 2 Boar Kiko nannies, and then I've got the one. She's considered a mini Nubian, I think, but she's just a mutt. Bred to our 3/4 Kiko bucks. We should have a lot of color. You might also, well, no, he's only got bucks. Never mind. I don't know. I'm still, I want a La Mancha milk goat, though. I got a cow that's going to be a milk cow in the future, but I would love a La Mancha. They're supposed to have a good production, as well as they're a bigger goat, and I want to get away from the smaller goats as much as possible, because having all bigger does would be fine, because then if I couldn't find a buck that I wanted that was big, I could breed something smaller. It wouldn't be a big deal. I wish I wasn't blind, y'all, because this glare kills me. There's a lady that breeds Texmaster, which is like fainting Kiko and Boar. So, I mean, they're a mashup in Texas, and that might be something to look up. Fainting goats are pretty cool, though, Mary. I like them. They make a good meat goat, and they usually grow fairly good, but we don't have any around here. People want $1 million for them suckers. That's why we bought hair sheep last year. Ended up selling them because I just didn't have time to get my infrastructure done for them. I did get all the stuff, but I didn't have time to put it together, which is totally fine. But there's a lot of breeders down here that have quite a few, and they sell does everywhere, or ewes and rams. I think I bought 4. I bought 1 wether that we were going to butcher after we got him. We kept him for a few months and butchered him. 2 ewes and a ram, and I had under $400 in them. So I paid more for the wether than I did for the other 3, which is funny. Hi, Anna. How are you? You get to see me ramble on and say a lot. I edit that out in most of my videos. Y'all say hi to Anna McGrew. I graduated high school with her, and she's taking pictures of my children. She's a really good photographer. She takes pictures of everybody's kids, I think. But she's got a neat little family, and y'all got chickens and They live in town, but I would love to see you guys get your little world growing. It's good to have things like this, especially in this day and age. I think as long as you socialize them really well, or they get used to being on a leash and going to see places, they mind, then they'd probably be really great with kids. Oh, you do you? Southwind Drive. I bet Isaiah loves it. Yes, we can do a collaboration. I am fine with that. I'm actually, hang on just a second. I got the first part of my seeds in. This is Baker Creek seeds. They obviously ran out of the pretty packages, which almost makes me sad. And my free seed was Paris Island lettuce. But I got the first part of my Baker Creek seeds in, or my seeds in right here. We can so do a garden. I got some neat stuff and some pretty stuff. So I wanted to go through these also. Look at this broccoli. It's Romanesco Italia. It is beautiful. It looks like little mountain peaks, and I cannot wait to grow it. Hasten loves broccoli. And I'm also really excited about dragon tongue beans. These are a bush bean and my little stackable tower thing that I bought from the Dollar Tree for $6 because there were 6 pieces to it. I am going to throw them in there. So I have 2 varieties of bush beans. I also bought Chinese red noodle beans, which if I do arch trellises, woohoo. Why don't we'll talk after this, Anna, and we might even set you up something. I buy so much and I start so many seeds. I even bought some from Walmart because they had this variety of broccoli, which is supposed to be easy to grow, and a mixed bag of okra, which I really want to do mixed bags. Thank you, Adam. It's awesome. He just subscribed to you, Anna. He is a really great guy. And he is starting an off-grid homestead journey like this past year. So he's really great. And, oh, Hey-Hey's gonna, you wanna look? Hey-Hey's gonna look. Oh. You will love them. They're super awesome people and very much happy people, which we all need some in our lives. You want to show them? Come here. Let's sit up here and you can show them. Bye, Adam. You have a good day too. His is like a bully. Let me. Chewy, you did poop, didn't you?
Did we?
I don't know if you can click on it or not, but that's the link to his channel. Good morning, Tony. Anna, for good gardening stuff too, Tony, Our Cabin in the Woods, he's a good one for that. I'll pull him up too. He wants to show you all of his seeds. He thinks they're all for him. Tony's building a culture garden, and I was watching them this morning. Finally, got to sit down and comment on them. So I went ahead and rewatched them. The second one is Tony. The first one is Adam. Apparently I can put myself in timeout and just found out. Oh, there's the receipt, the packing slip. But yeah, so Anna, if you want to we'll get some garden stuff together and we can start working on your garden too. I'm going to expand on my garden this year, and I would love it if I could help somebody else too. People driving down the road. But yeah, you cannot tell me that those are not the pretty, oh, sorry. Those are not pretty beans. I like pretty beans. Can you tell me if you can click on these links that I put in there? I'm not sure if you can. Mine isn't even very big. There's people who grow tons more than I do. And one of these days, I will have a huge garden, like my pig pen size garden. But we'll get stuff figured out. We'll get you set up. And I even have a gift for you, some gifts for you. There you go. So, who has, okay. Yeah, they're both, Adam he does a lot of neat stuff and is all off grid, but Tony just built some new hugelkultur, if I can talk, hugelkultur garden beds, which are pretty neat, where you can dig down in them. You dig down and you bury a bunch of wood and stuff that normally would not be usable. You just have to burn it and do it kind of layers. It's really neat. You want to see? There you are. Look, sit back. There you are. You're stinky. Oh, he's got a car, he says. He likes these live streams. But, yeah. I get really excited. Gardening makes me so excited. I'm going to probably start brassicas this week or this weekend. I've got good morning from Oklahoma.
Go back.
But
Go back.
I'm going to probably be starting brassicas like broccolis, cabbages. I don't like cauliflower. I'm the unpopular opinion on that. It tastes kind of like a fart to me. Who knows? But definitely broccoli and cabbage are going to get started this week, and we'll go from there. But maybe greens like Swiss chard. Yes, my baby is drinking from my coffee cup. It is mostly milk. And it's cold now. So, Rebel Canners, we are talking about 2021. What are we doing this year? And we had several answers, like adding new animals and things like that, and more garden beds. I am definitely building a bigger chicken coop because, fun fact, I'm going to be buying a bunch more chickens. Surprise! No, I'm just kidding. Everyone who knows me knows I get a bunch of chickens. And we started our rabbit adventure this year, so I'm going to be adding a 12 by 20 building for chicken coop and rabbit barn. So the rabbits will have like a 10 by 12 area, and the chickens in the feed room will take up the rest. Look at his mustache. A better garden fence and beds. My beds were super simple, and they weren't super expensive either. I made them out of the cedar fence pickets, so they should last for a long time. You want down? Okay. There you go, mister. And he forgot his rock. Okay. But my fence is actually pretty neat too. It's actually snow fence. You could probably find it easier up there than I could down here in Oklahoma. But this is year 2 on it, and the dogs have yet to tear it down. That sounds pretty awesome. I've never heard of that. that would be probably work really good, actually, because you got the big open up doors. Your crop share did not work with that deer, did it? A hot wire. That is the only thing I have found that keeps deer out is hot wire. And a dog, a good dog. I have one if somebody is interested in a border collie, because I have a puppy that is ready to go to a home. He is 7 months old. 6 months old. 6 or 7 months old. I'd have to look. But yeah, he needs him a good family. I showed it before, Anna, but obviously she had no issues with people then. Our deer, well, there's a couple that you can get pretty close to, but I'd be a little worried about the does with babies because I have seen dogs get whooped. So this is what I'm doing. It's 12 long, 20 across. This all out here is a 10 by 20 outdoor covered run space. And then chicken coop, feed room, and my rabbits, which there's going to be 3 rows of rabbits in here. I only am doing the 3 rows of rabbits, like 9 cages there, to be able to have cages for weaners. Steven is handy. Steven has good ideas. I forget about him sometimes being pretty intuitive. But yeah, I drew that up because I was bored, and I've decided that if I'm going to have 15 to 30 chickens every year, I might as well have a really nice big coop to put them in. I might even put a solid floor and cover it in linoleum or something so it's easy to clean. I'm definitely putting linoleum in the other chicken coop, though. You're a wise guy. Sometimes I wonder about Matt. He has some good ideas. In a video this week, you'll see what he did with our 1,200-pound hay bales that we could not pick up with the tractor. So, I don't know. I am details. I'm a planner, so I'm really bad about. I like to draw it all out, have it pretty well set in stone before we start on it. And Matt's one of those that's like, let's just throw stuff together a little bit. But he does good. He's made some really neat stuff and fixed some neat stuff. Like this chair, he did the seat. He cut the wood out and everything for me. But did you happen to see my garden bench, my potting bench? I built it last week. There was the plan for it. I didn't measure anything out on this. I kind of had to figure out what my space was. And it's not done yet. I'm going to add a shelf on the bottom. And probably another leg in there. But I got my sink and everything set. I got to do the plumbing. So, yeah. If anybody wants to know my greatest tip for having a homestead, it's to have 37 notebooks to write 37 different things in. Kidding about 37 notebooks. I have 4. I have 4. I have an animal notebook. I have a garden notebook. And I have a notes notebook. And I make notes. And I write things down as I am in lives or as I watch videos. And you're fine, Tony. We'll see you. You have a good day. See that little mean cat behind me? Good Lord. I have 4. I just don't have 4 sitting on the desk. My 4th one's in the front room because that's where I make notes while I watch stuff or I think of stuff. Oh, Anna. I learned something. I didn't think at 31 years old I could learn something new. I can crochet now. It's a scarf. I'll show you. That one's a gift, so I'm not going to put it on. This one I made. This is the first one. Instead of having a scarf that goes around, this one just fits inside your jacket. I got it done just in time for it to turn to like 50-something, 60 degrees. But yeah, I'm going to give this one away. It's a gift. I think it turned out really, really cute. So you inspired me to learn something new because you make all your cute little bonnets and, you know, you got a house full of children and you still get all that stuff done. And I am nowhere near like that, and I've only got one at home all the time. Are you still homeschooling? If you have any neat crochet patterns, go ahead and drop them in there, Cheryl, because I am all for learning new things. This was, I saw a picture of a scarf that looked like this, which it buttoned, but I don't know how to make buttonholes. So I just sewed it down and made it where you can slip it over your head. But, so the buttons are just decorative on here. Just pretty much tell you which side's the front. But if you have any simple patterns, I've been reading a bunch and watching YouTube videos to learn. This is just one single crochet, and it's probably 2.5 feet long, I think, 2 feet long. I don't learn that fast anymore. I made a bird's nest out of yarn before I got it there. My rabbits are just meat rabbits. I think I know somebody who has English Angoras, and she does her own yarn and everything, spins her own yarn and everything out of it. And she said she would send me stuff, but I'm so worried I'm going to tear up some really pretty, really delicate stuff like that. But I am no good, no good with the rabbits. You have to groom constantly. I don't think I could do that. When I worked at Orscheln's, we'd get some in to sell. It's like, man, that's a lot of maintenance because I'd still have to brush them out. Here I have hairy dogs. I have a border collie and a Anatolian rough collie, and they get combed out about 3 times a year. Mia gets a bath more often than that, but yeah. 8 to 10 in the morning. All the boys. I'm glad you get it done that quick. Me and Wyatt butt heads so bad. We did last spring whenever they cut them out at spring break and didn't want them back. I could never get their stuff to work, their programs. So I started doing homeschool my way, I guess. And it worked out a lot better than trying to follow what the school was exactly trying to make him do, which I used that as a guideline, but I fit it more to us. He learned how to, which in the 2nd grade, I can remember learning how to do multiplication, how to write in cursive. And so we did all of that. And when he started 3rd grade, he's ahead of the game. He's already finished. He finished all of his multiplication tables by like November, and because he'd already done it. He should have finished it way before then. If you send me, Anna, your your Etsy, I think you can. Yeah. If you just send them to me, I'll look them up. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it. Wyatt has 2 teachers this year, and getting between the 2 teachers is really rough. I saw something and it reminded me of you actually yesterday, Anna, on Facebook. A lady crochets dresses for her granddaughter, and it so looked like something you would put on Isla. That was like, oh, it was adorable. It really was. I should have saved a picture of it, but I didn't. But yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there real fast. So, anybody growing anything new this year that you haven't grown before? I love your bonnets. I really do. I need to figure out. I need to learn how to make them. Make me a big sun bonnet for out in the garden. I would wear it too. My neighbors already think I'm crazy. I bet I could find that. If I find that picture, I'll send it to you. It was darling. And I just, I couldn't believe it. Yes. Southwind Drive. Let me see if I can pull it up on here. I'm going to subscribe while I'm in here. There's the link for her channel. I have grown herbs, but I am not real great at herbs. Flowers, I'm not real great at, but I do have some lavender, basil, and parsley that I bought this year that I'm going to try my hand at. But let me find it. These I thought were so pretty. They're dwarf coral coxcomb, and I plan on starting these and planting them. I got some cute pots to go. They're going to go in my backyard because my backyard gets all the sun. But yeah, I think they are a full sun. Yeah, they're a full sun variety. And these are the dwarf ones, but they still get up to 8 inches. That's a big flower. But I thought they were beautiful. So I'm just not, flowers just aren't really my thing. I guess because I didn't have a lot of interest in them. I'll give you some seeds, Anna. You can have some seeds from them. And I'm adding 2 varieties of peppers and taking away my wax peppers. I'm going to make like a pinafore apron, like the covers me totally pretty much with big pockets, because I love the idea of being able to put my yarn ball and what I'm working on in my pocket. But I'm added these 2 varieties, a habanada, and then this Lacia pepper is supposed to be the sweetest pepper that Baker Creek has. I'm really excited about it. I love peppers. I don't like hot peppers anymore. They hurt. And the beans, I bought the milk bok choy, the smaller one, to try it to see if we like the white stalks better than we do the green stalks. I like bok choy. It's really good. I got these carrots because this was the shortest carrot that they had available, and because I grow in raised beds, they should do better. But I am so excited, Anna, that you started a channel and that you're doing this journey thing, and I love it. one of these days y'all will be out in the country and your kids can just get turned loose and y'all can have such a great time. Yes, Rebel, do you sell honey? Anna was asking. Oh, Anna, not that it's super convenient for you to do it, but if you go to Ridge Life, and I will give him, put his, let me click on it. I'll put a link to his channel in right here. And he does, on Tuesdays, he does Watch and Grows, which new channels get to, they can go in an hour beforehand, which they start at 7 or 8. But I don't even see one. Let me look. He doesn't have one scheduled, but they would actually help you grow some. He'll play a video and people can subscribe to you, things like that. I gained a lot of subscribers that way. I won a mug. I made a silly video with it. So. I want to do potatoes, but I think I'm going to do potatoes in a bucket. Plant like 2 potato starts or 3 in a 5-gallon bucket, and then add dirt every little bit, kind of like the grow bags, but with buckets, because I don't like to spend a lot of money. I want to try. My whole goal with all this, not only am I feeding my family, but I want to do it affordably so that it's something people can see, hey, I can actually do this. So, but herbs are fun. Herbs are fun. I've got lavender and parsley and basil, and I've got some holy basil, which smells amazing. And then they say I'd like to take the leaf and rub it and smell it, and it makes me feel good. But sunflowers are so pretty. I don't have enough space for sunflowers right now. Whenever I add, like when we build the new garden, I will. I was wanting to show you guys. Let me see if I can. I bought these carrots. I did carrots last year. They didn't do great. And I figured it was because I do raised beds. Oh, you want to look at them? There you go. You can look at them. I bought these ones because they're supposed to be shorter and do better in containers. But let me get on In My Gardener. I had to order these seeds from In My Gardener for this other variety of carrot I'm super excited about. Yes, you can help me with carrots all you want to. Just the research I did, because my beds are a foot, they aren't deep enough for really great carrots, I guess. But I have to find some kind of dedicated space, build an extra deep bed that's for carrots. I will. I like fresh carrots. I like to pull them out of the ground and wipe the dirt on my shirt and eat it. Ooh, hiccup. But what are you doing? Let's see. You did grow bags, but they didn't grow much. See, that's my worry. I think grow bags might leach a lot of moisture out because it's fabric. So maybe the bucket will help hold it in. Because in vermiculture, like with worms, plastic sides do really good because it holds it in, or wood, which, again, with this book, okay, if you've been in them, the last 2 live chats, I've showed this book. Matt got me this for my birthday because he knows that I love trying to be as self-sufficient as possible, they have, I did that, a potato growing box. And sorry, I have to lick my finger. It shows you plans on how to build it, and it fits together like a puzzle. And so then as your potatoes grow, your box you just add more to your box, fill more dirt in, things like that. There is plenty of sand down. There was plenty of sand down by the river this year, wasn't there, Anna? Let's see. Carrots, go. Which I did see this variety of carrot I'm going to show you from In My Gardener. I saw them at Walmart. In My Gardener, they were $2. And they're small, and they say they do really good in hard-packed soil or soil that's not as easy to work. They're Parisian carrots. Oh, goodness. Let's get the glare off of it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'll write it in. I'll post a comment what they're called. So that's an option for anybody, I guess, that doesn't. I think those would be great snacking. They are supposed to taste really good too. Says they're perfect for snacking, patio gardens, square foot gardens, and great for the beginner gardener who might not have the best soil as of yet. So it also says to save seeds because they're getting harder to find. But I did see them at Walmart in Salsa Friday or Saturday. So yeah, I had to go get some stuff. Yeah, I just got in there just right. I sent my In My Gardener and my Baker Creek order on January 14th. I still have not got my In My Gardener seeds yet. Fingers crossed I get them. Because I have a feeling that stuff is disappearing just like it was last year. Actually, I could check my order right now while I'm in it on my phone. I had a heck of a time trying to get stuff, which you can order them from Rare Seeds also. My dog just ran by. They also have them, the Parisian carrot. But like I said, I know I'm trying to stay away from Walmart. I'd rather buy from small businesses or USA-based businesses where all their stuff is independently sourced. That's why I was trying to, if anybody sees a good deal on carrots, or not carrots, on onion starts, like the bundle that's got green tops already, I need some, and I can't find them because I don't think they have any yet. But it still says processing. Okay, that's fine. See, I ordered tatsoi mustard, purple sprouting broccoli, calabrese broccoli, and the carrots. I did buy some seeds from the Dollar Tree the other day when I went in there. My video that's coming out tomorrow, I did a whole thing of, like, I bought a thing of dirt, seed starting mix, pots, tools, and some seeds to show people, like, this is possible. I also bought a grow light from Walmart that was like $14. It's an actual grow light, but it's just a 2-foot bar. And yeah, we're going to give that one a go this year. I've never used a grow light. I really want to buy the bigger one that's got 2 bulbs or 2 long bulbs in it. I just haven't. So I've never tried their rocket pots before, though. Do they do really good? I've looked at them. I always just buy so many seeds. Excuse me. Matt would probably shoot me if I started growing more stuff. I grow from seeds mostly. I did buy let's see, last year I had to buy cabbage. My cabbage, as soon as I planted it, a chicken ate it, got in the garden. It's the only time I've ever had a chicken get in the garden with the gate shut. But I bought cabbage and I bought some jalapeno peppers because my jalapenos just, they didn't do very good. I think I bought a mystery container from Harps last year that had 4 squash plants in it. It didn't have a tag, so I just bought whatever, and it ended up being zucchini, so that was awesome. And I bought an extra 2 yellow crookneck squash, but everything else in the garden was grown from seed. I can help you, Anna. I have tons of stuff. We can get together and we can just have a seed starting party. Or whenever I start seeds, I always start them, I give them to Megan and her dad. So whenever I start seeds, I'll just bring you a bunch. I saved seeds from my Clemson spineless okra, though, if you want some of those. I saved a ton. I got probably 20 pods that I saved seeds out of. But I can help you. I have lots of inexpensive tricks that I have learned now that have helped immensely. Sarah, are you going to try potatoes again this year? Because if you want this, that's out of this book, that potato box plan, the growing box, I can send you, I'll take pictures of it and send it to you. This book, Matt with tax paid like $33 for it. I almost died. I had a small heart attack because that is a lot of money for a book. And he knew I'd love the book, so that's why he bought it. But still, I'm kind of a tightwad. Poor Matt, he has to deal with me. But there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's collecting rainwater. This is something that it's actually on the front. I am going to probably build this right here. Ooh, find you in the screen. This right here into my pantry this year for root vegetables. So if this keeps them better, I store them in paper sacks in the bottom of my pantry right now, which does okay, but sometimes the one on the bottom get kind of yucky. If this works better, then I'm definitely, like what I've been reading, it does work better. I'm also got some other stuff that is in here that I'm going to build. It has compost bins. It has tons of information in this book. But yeah, I am also going to do if you have a greenhouse, you are ahead of me in this game. I'm going to build a hot box to start some seeds in the outside. That's what I want to do my brassicas to try it. But we're going to build one. This one actually has a greenhouse plant in it. This right here does. It also has some useless stuff that I'm never going to use, like a wine rack. I don't drink. But, or a cider press. I probably won't ever. Look, this is cool. A solar drive. My compost was super simple. Okay, I cleaned out my chicken coop. I got a bunch of straw out of the pig pen in the hog house, and I put it in there, and it went from 36 to 48 inches of it. Like, it varied. And it's compacted down to about 1.5 feet, maybe. But it also, this is what my plans were. I have some old windows to build solar dryers to dry, like, dehydrators. But I didn't get to do that last year. I still have my windows, though, so I'm still going to use them. But I have one big window. It's probably close to 3 feet, and I'm going to make a hot box And I'm going to build some of these this year too. Cold frames that I can take on and off of my beds. See, I started with the empty lick tubs because Matt's boss was like, what do I do with these? And I was like, I want them. And he brought a whole bunch over. We use them to water animals out of. And as well as I did gardening with Leon's wicking tubs, which worked out perfect. Peppers do amazing in them. So, but my big window, I'm going to make this. I call it a hot box. They call it a cold frame. But I'm going to start my brassicas. I'm going to build this and then start my brassicas in it. I'm pretty excited. I get way too excited about stuff, guys. Y'all can tell me to hush anytime. But yeah. I actually am going to do in a video soon, the 2 rabbits, all of their waste, the hay and everything, I'm going to rake it all up and put it in my buggy, and I'm going to put it in one of my garden beds. Then I got something neat to show y'all that is in my garden. Has been in my garden for over a month now. I just can't wait to show you guys. I'm impatient. But yeah, if you watch tomorrow's video, you'll get to see my inexpensive tips that I have come up with from the past few years of gardening on my own, not having any help because Daddy's not helping me. Yes, I love gardening. Leon has so much stuff. I would love to buy a hoop house off of him. It's not in the cards for me right now. I mean, this book even has a manual washer. Hey, Anna, you have 5 children. You should never have to pay to wash your clothes. Oh, I love you, girl. You're great. I know you get that sense of humor that I have that's not quite normal. But, yeah. Let's see. I learn from mistakes. So you might not want to listen to all of my information. Trial and error is the name of my game. Let me see, where is it at? 280. If you need to borrow this book, Anna, you can too. I know exactly where you live. Look, this is a simple greenhouse, and this book even tells you about sun orientation in your yard, and then it has like how to maximize the heat. So yeah, and it goes step by step how to build a greenhouse. I am so the person that goes to Tractor Supply and looks at these books and takes pictures of the things that I think are interesting. I'm just saying. They have a hoop house, which this will probably be. Ag was my jam, y'all. Ag classes. I wore that blue and gold jacket proudly. But yeah. Any of this stuff, any information that y'all might want out of this, my email address is in my description on my channel page. If you go to it, and I'll go ahead and I'll put it here. Make sure I spelled it right. And, well, there's a troll. Hi, rubber chicks. You are awesome for throwing diarrhea in there. I loved it. I guess it's like I always had the animals and everything at the house, and that probably is what made it that much more pertinent for me. It was information that I needed. I felt like I just needed to absorb it all. I took a million notes, and if I can find all my notebooks, I bet that would be super cool to get to show Wyatt and Haston and Matt, you know, things like that. This is just, this book here, this is a wealth of knowledge. I would love to be able to coordinate a class. No, I don't want to not to make money or anything like that, but to share information, like stuff that I get out of this book or things that I've learned. I would love, and I see that 3 to 5 years time. I want to do sit down classes. Like we can all meet at the church, and our church has a huge fellowship hall, and we can have snacks and sweet tea and learn. I want to do a bread baking one. I want to do seed starting. I would love to get in with 4-H kids, but Wyatt has zero interest in 4-H. We have too many animals, I think. But yeah, I have lots of goals. I have them all wrote down. Y'all would not even believe it. I feel like a nerd sometimes. If you do you have a channel, Sarah? Oh, it won't let me pull you up. If you have a channel, Sarah, then I would love to watch your process whenever you convert your shed to a greenhouse. I would love a greenhouse. I wanted to collect a bunch of wooden windows to make a wooden greenhouse, but I just didn't. I ran out of time, I guess, really. I'm going to make probably a polycarbonate one, like have the clear poly greenhouse panels, but I want to be able to lift the lid and then do the sides in the 6 mil plastic so I can replace it if I need to, because those panels are kind of expensive, but they should last a long time on the roof. And then I can throw shade cloth over it, have lots of openings where good airflow. But yeah, my goal for this was always to see it as a classroom. Oh, well, that's super nice. I will probably take you up on that. I want to use some of my, I've got one big solid paned window. I'm going to make that the hothouse box out of. And I've got a couple of pretty ones that one's going to actually go in my chicken coop. And the other one is going to make the solar dehydrator, but have windows where I can open them and open a door on the front and a big window on the back and all this airflow going through it, because it'll be probably full sun all day long where it's going to be at. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. This place was always, this right here was always intended to be able to go back and look, like if something happened, my kids are going to have a source that they can come back and see what we did and how we grew and things like that. But then also, if I gain some knowledge, I want to share it. I don't feel like anybody should, nobody should ever have to search for knowledge. It should be something that's freely given. You should never have to pay for it. Pay for your materials to grow it, but you shouldn't have to pay for the knowledge. Knowledge should just be there for you. I have too much of an idealistic attitude on a lot of that stuff, I guess. Who knows? Yeah. We will definitely get together, Anna. And we will definitely collaborate on some stuff. Definitely. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Yes, I live in an awkward place. Hence, probably why UPS couldn't find me the other day. And they delivered, but I ordered some pots from the Dollar Tree. A box of 36 pots. It was shipping and all, it was under $50. And they delivered it to the wrong address. So I filed a claim, And I talked to them this morning. They're going to send me a new box of them, but they're going to send them to Megan's house so that I can find them. Are you ready? Oh, really? He said he's dirty, so I'll have to change a diaper. But yeah, we'll get together, Anna, and we'll do a collaboration. And yeah. But I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go wipe a butt. Woo, he stinks. So thank you. This has been fun. I went over an hour, and I never do that. So yeah, I keep saying so. Thanks. You take care of your fun family. We love y'all. Y'all have a good day. See you tomorrow in my video, not in a live.